And while the work in preparing the document, this initial document, is completed, this is just a beginning of this journey. One of the things that the document calls for is the establishment of a task force that will create the collaborations that we seek. The task force will be established along the same lines as the Mayor's Anti-Flipping Task Force, which has been highly successful and very widely recognized. And today I am going to appoint 2 co-chairs of that task force and a coordinator of the task force efforts. The co-chairs of the task force are Sister Denise Roach, the president of DeUville College, and Mr. Nathan here, the president of the Community Action Organization. The person who will coordinate the task force is Dr. Henry L. Taylor from the University of Buffalo, and Deputy Mayor Donna Brown will continue to lead and coordinate our efforts on the city side with all of the city departments, divisions, agencies, and entities as liaison to the mayor's office to move this task force process forward. Let me say that the report notes that research from the 2007 American Community Survey shows that 42% of children under the age of 17 in Buffalo live in poverty. And recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau, as you all know and has been very widely publicized, places Buffalo as the nation's 3rd poorest city. But let me also say that this data and this ranking of where cities were on the list is a pretty recent phenomenon. This information wasn't always available and wasn't always put out in that fashion. So I want you to realize that Buffalo didn't just climb into the top 5 on the lists of cities with high poverty in the last 3, 4, 5, 6, or even 10 years. Unfortunately, we have been there for quite some time. And if someone had bothered to go through the data and really look at the data very closely, they would have noticed our place on this list quite some time ago. Let me also say that we believe that this is something that we all have to work on. If you look at the previous administration that was in office for 12 years, there was no poverty plan for the city of Buffalo. If you look at the administration before that, that was in office for 16 years, there was no poverty plan for the city of Buffalo. So for the past 28 years, there was no poverty plan for the city of Buffalo. This is something that we decided that we would do in consultation with some of the stakeholders in this room and made the announcement because we thought that this was an important activity. In fact, the city of New York, under the leadership of its great mayor, Mayor Michael Bloomberg, just established its poverty plan in 2005. So this is something that cities are beginning to look at, and communities collectively, not just the cities, but regions, are looking at across the nation, and we are charging and challenging the entire region to join us in looking at these issues. The report states that while there is the perception that poverty is an issue for the city, but not for the region, let me disabuse you of that notion. The U.S. Census data indicates that poverty is growing in Erie County. The number of county residents in poverty increased from 115,613 in 1990 to 1,223,888 in 2007. yielding a corresponding increase in the poverty rate for Erie County residents from 12% to 14%. Now this number, and let me stress this, is without City of Buffalo poverty included in that number. So there are over 123 people outside of the City of Buffalo living in the county of Erie that are living, 123,000 people outside of the City of Buffalo in the county of Erie that are living in poverty. Now, with respect to Buffalo, although the percentage of Buffalo City residents in poverty increased over the period from 1990 to 2007, the absolute number of individuals in poverty in the City of Buffalo actually declined from 81,601 to 72,005, reflecting the declining overall population in the City of Buffalo. It is clear that decades of economic dislocation and population shifts have had a profound impact on the City of Buffalo and our residents. As we looked at some of the programs that the city was engaged in specifically, some of the different initiatives that we are engaged in, we found that there are 129 different initiatives that the city is engaged in to assist people who are living in poverty or to assist people who are low income. Many, not all, but many of those initiatives are outlined in the blueprint document that will be handed out today. What this identification gives us the ability to do is look at all of these individual initiatives and try to, on the city level, improve what we are doing as a city government. But even as we improve what we are doing as a city government, we know that the only way that we're going to have a pronounced impact on this issue is through collaboration and partnership. And in that spirit, we invite the entire community to partner on this issue. Now, let me say that I want to indicate that some of the things that the city is doing are very clearly outlined in the document. I just want to mention a few of the things that we have been doing. One is the Summer Youth Employment Program, which we have grown 164% since I took office, from about 1,200 plus youth being employed to 3,200 youth being employed. One of the folks that is in the audience, Helene Kramer, has been a real champion of literacy in this community. And one of the areas that we think is important is the work that we have done with the Mayor's Summer Reading Challenge, really challenging children and families to read together over the summer months. We have been able to grow the summer reading program by 140% from 2006 through last summer. And since I began that program when I was a member of the state Senate, it has grown by over 348%, becoming actually now one of the largest summer reading programs in the entire region. And we will continue to build this program to encourage children and families about the importance of reading and literacy. In addition to these programs, we have implemented the living wage law that provides an $11.11 hourly wage to 92 seasonal employees in 6 city departments. We've extended the retail discount program for the city's senior citizens, increasing this program by over 2,101% from 2005 until today. In 2005, there were 236 seniors that participated in the program. Now there are 5,195 that can receive discounts on their purchases in business establishments throughout the city of Buffalo.